We need to be grateful to everyone who made this food, who bought this food, and all the farmers in a very far corner of the world who has spent energy, who has sweat and made this food. But not also the people, also all the animals who have been displaced because of our food. Let's take this moment and let's wish, may all these beings who have supported us to bring food, may they attain their liberation of mind, emancipation of mind, may they be free of suffering, and may they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. So on that note, we'll start the instructions on our walking meditation. So in Buddhism, meditation, grossly speaking, has two branches. One is to calm your mind down, and the other part is to understand your mind. Those are two very different and distinct things. To calm your mind down, it's actually the easy part, but probably the most needed part. It's very easy and needed. Understanding the mind part is a more difficult task. It's not soothing. It could be even very abrasive. It could be difficult, hard, boring. But it's a better one. Now, to give an example, let's say that someone is going through a major headache. You're going through a headache. Maybe that headache is caused by a tumor in the brain. So the real true solution is to do an MRI, cut open your brain, carve out that malignant part. So that's the ultimate solution. But until we get to that solution, we also need to feel comfortable. So you go and take a ibuprofen or an Advil or whatever, Tylenol, whatever it is there. So sometimes having this momentary solace is also important. The same way, if you have to drive on a long journey, I had Bante Salis driving to Boston soon. Let's say that you have to drive for a very long time period, and it's in the morning, and you are feeling a little sleepy. Now you are very tired, you are very weary. But if you pull out and take a quick power nap, 15 minutes, you are going to wake up more rejuvenated, so you can endure for a couple of more hours. So the same way, this part of temporary solace is also well advised as a balanced part of Buddhism. But then the true objective is to understand the mind, understand the nature of the mind, the existence of the mind, and find a true solution, origin of the problem, cessation of the problem, etc. So the walking meditation, we also can do this in these two paths. One, we can try to develop a skill to understand our mind. The first one is that we don't have to do anything. We just want to have very temporary therapeutic solace. So I'll tell you how to do both. Everyone here knows how to walk. Since we could walk, we know how to walk, so I don't have to teach you that part, walking. Now, when we are walking, what we can do, if we want to again go back to what Bhante said in the morning, Atitan Anvagameya Nappatikanke Anagatam. The future hasn't come yet. The past has. So, what we think observation is very much influenced by our memories. And we are interpreting what you see, our observation, based on that memories. So, based on whatever is in your head, you'll be interpreting us differently. And that is judging. But observation is, we are not going there. We don't want to understand where it comes from, what it is. We are simply noticing the distinction, the contrast. This is harder. This is softer. This is more, there's more humidity there. And this is dry. This is warm. This is cold. We are simply noticing it. So that's the second part of, or the second option of walking meditation. Instead of trying to, so all the other rules apply. We are not going to think about anything else. This is not a thinking exercise. We are trying to observe. And why do we do that? The same observational skill that we acquire there, we can apply it to our mind. So we can understand our mind. So that's the vipassana part of walking meditation. But then, if that's too much after a heavy lunch, we just don't want to do anything. We want to calmly look at that point of contact, one after the other. And let's be very meditative, very peaceful. In fact, walking meditation has so many other side benefits. I went to this Chinese TMC place, Chinese indigenous meditation. So there's a art of reflexology where when you stimulate a part of your feet, it is going to stimulate some part of your internal organs, a kidney, liver. So when you walk properly on a nice um, grass place like this, it's going to automatically stimulate your internal organs. So I'm sure that there are so many side benefits of that. When you walk, there's a lot of endorphins, so you feel nice. So whatever it is, again, like Bhante said, if it's coming, let it come. If you're going to heaven after walking meditation, you may go. But what we are going to do is we are going to keep our mind, attention on that point of contact. That's the first type of meditation, first option. Second is we are going to completely forget our judgments and observe what we feel on our foot. Okay, so those are the two instructions. And we have about half an hour to do our meditation until you hear the sound of the bell. So don't disperse too far away. Don't go all the way to Toronto or Mississauga. Stay in the vicinity where you can see and hear the bell. Okay, so let's do our walking meditation. We are doing it silently, individually.